Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
Yes, so as you guys already tell from the title, we're going to be doing Aquarius Men today. So
we're just gonna get right into it.
Okay, so Aquarius Men. To me, I feel like Aquarius men get a really bad rep when, to me, in my personal opinion, Aquarius men are like the most faithful out of the air signs. Like Aquarius men get a bad rep, like, in all honesty, because I feel like if you go and read about Aquarius men in general, it's gonna tell you all of this stuff about like they love freedom and they need their space and they're not looking to settle down normally, and they're just looking to have, like, they seem like the people that would have like a long drawn out relationship where it's like 10 years and like there hasn't been like an engagement or obviously a marriage.
Hasn't moved.
Yeah, like it seems like it'd be kind of like stagnant and like not move. But I like, if you're talking
a lot
about
of Aquaman
exactly, it's a bunch of Aquarius men that gets married on a daily. And yes, guys, first of all, disclaimer: people have charts. Everybody has a chart. Your sun sign is not the only thing that makes you who you are. So yes, you can say Aquaman with different placements. But since we're talking sun signs here, I'm generalizing what people say, and trying to give y'all. I'm trying to give y'all what I personally know, what we personally know,
and we personally know it.
I see a lot of Aquarius men getting married, like literally definitely more than Gemini and more than Libra. Like Gemini men, I feel like they definitely get the rep for most unfaithful, but they be living up to it too. But Aquarius men get bunched in there with the unfaithful men, and I'm like, what Aquarius men are y'all meeting? Because even if they do have a long drawn out relationship, they're still in a relationship and more than likely faithful. Like, I really don't know too many scandals with Aquarius men that were cheating. I mean, the women, I know a few, but the men,
women are different.
I don't see a lot with the men. But for some reason, obviously because they're air sign and whatever, they literally get generalized to like cheaters. But I know a lot of faithful Aquarius men.
Aquarius men tend to think they know it all. Like, they tend to be know-it-alls. You literally can't argue with an Aquarius man. He literally thinks he's the hottest thing since sliced bread, or the best thing since sliced bread. He literally will argue you down, and even when he's wrong, he always right. Like, he can never
that fixed nature,
never be wrong. And if you're someone who don't like that type of stuff, which I think a lot of people wouldn't, like, who would like to argue with someone who can't see someone else's side of the thing, it can be pretty annoying, especially other fixed signs in a relationship with Aquarius men, since I don't think any fixed sign will back down from what they feel they know. Also, they are very demanding.
For sure.
Like, super demanding. They demand a lot from you. And they do it all, yet holding back emotions. Like, they can be very emotionless, or you can think they're very emotionless, but actually they're very emotional people. Like, if you really, really, really know an Aquarius man, then you know they're super, super emotional. They try to act like they don't, nonchalant and whatnot, but they're actually very emotional human beings. Like, okay?
Aquarius men, they tend to like intellectual conversations. I think that Gemini and Virgo often get that because they're ruled by Mercury, but Aquarians love great conversation.
They talk too much,
for sure. I feel like they love to connect with the minds, which is a typical air sign thing. But if you can get an Aquarius man in the head first, sweetie, you literally have no issues with getting this man to be faithful. They love a good stimulating conversation, and they like to have a bunch of them. They like meaningful conversations. So you really can't just have any conversation with an Aquarius, because they really like to get into deep thoughts. Like, not like a Scorpio, but like they like to get deep about whatever topic you're talking about. So like if it's like love or politics, or like why you think the wind blows this way, they like to get in depth with the conversation of what they're talking about. So if you can get an Aquarius man in his mind, you got yourself an Aquarius man, pretty much.
Also, you'll notice that a lot of Aqua men are very like private and quiet, tend to be like the most like quiet out of the air signs, I would say. Like, they tend to be very shy, or they come off shy. A lot of Aquarius men will tell you that they're shy and that they don't really talk that much. It's cap, okay? It's big cap. Like, once you get to know them, like, they don't stop talking. And I feel like we're well versed on this Aquaman, even though we won't make it that long, because my dad is an Aquarius, and child,
He will
tell anybody
exactly.
he's shy and he doesn't talk, but my dad talks too much. Like,
uninvited too. Nobody.
Like, my dad just will walk up and start talking. Like, they'd be like, anyways, but also Aquarius men are very providing though. Like they like to be the providers in their family. He will provide it for you. He'll get the job done, but he could be an asshole at times. If you can deal with the wishy-washy nature of an Aquarius man, because honestly they are wishy-washy as fuck. Sure. They go through bouts where they're extremely nice and then they can be extremely rude, and when I say rude, they can be rude as fuck. Like they tend to say things and they don't look at the world as being sensitive. They're more logical. So you in your feelings, it's always like you're just being sensitive, and then sometimes it's like I don't think they mean malice by it, because they genuinely don't understand why you in your feelings over something, because they necessarily wouldn't. They tend to joke things off a lot too, like especially when somebody's being rude to them. They like to avoid drama at all costs. So Aquarius men are not the type to really want to engage in arguments, but they will, especially when they feel they right on something.
And I feel like Aquarius men don't get enough rep for being like the humanitarians of the zodiac. They are the type of people to give the shirt off their back, like the last dollar, last dime, always. They want to save a homeless person. Yes, they have a serious mission to save the world. They literally have the biggest hearts. Like while they might be a little cold and sometimes detached and unemotional, as we spoke about, they definitely have feelings. Like I've seen it firsthand. Like we just told you earlier in the video, my dad's an Aquarius, and literally he never stops giving back. Like that's one thing about him. That's the one thing he's always gonna do.
Make sure you good.
Yeah. Make sure we're good. Make sure someone who's homeless is good. Make sure family is good. Like that's just his thing.
I feel like they just like the emotional side of things. So a lot of women will say y'all trash, y'all detached, and they just think that y'all like assholes. That's the perfect way to describe Aquarius man, an asshole. You do all this other stuff, but when it comes to that like emotional part, it's just like a big disconnect.
But ladies and gentlemen, remember there is a heart in that Aquarius man, but you just really have to capture it, like genuinely. Like if you really take the time to get to know your Aquarius man, take things at their pace, well not at their pace, but take things at a slower pace, I promise you there is a heart deep down inside of that person that you would assume never ever would have these type of emotions. They're there. They just need to know that you're the right person that they're going to give them to. But yeah guys, Aquarius men, ladies and gentlemen who dated Aquarius men, let us know what you thought of this video. Tell
us your stories down below. We love reading them and your connections with Aquarians, if it was right, bad, what went wrong, all that good stuff. Use the comment box down below. We love reading those. And give this video a big thumbs up. Do not forget to share this video. And once again, if you didn't agree with anything in this video, check your chart for sure. Check your chart. Aquarius men, drop your dates. Please drop your dates.
And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.